My name is Johanna Miponi Badijay Mulutsi. I was born in Johannesburg and came to Bapong. But when I was 5 years, I went to live in Limpopo because that's where my mom come from. And then when I was like 14, 15 years, we came back to Bapong. And I went to school and I finished up. Then after my matric, I was in Joburg, where I did my 3-year diploma in dramatic arts. And yeah, I used to live with my mom by Victory Park, where she was doing her domestic work. Yeah. Oh, my life in Bapong before I went to Joburg, it was boring. I used to hate Bapong with everything within me. For me, it was slow. There was nothing happening. Boring. It's hot. You know, so for me, going to Johannesburg was an escape. And when I went to Joburg, I felt, wow, this is the place to be. It's a big city. I'm going to make it, you know. But unfortunately, things didn't work out the way I hoped when I get to the big city. I think I just thought things will just happen automatically, you know. But I was surprised that it took me so long, you know, since I graduated in 2004 and now it's 2021. And when I look back, I can't really see a lot that I've managed to achieve. Yeah, it's now that I realized that everything that I was hoping for in Johannesburg, it's just right here within me, you know. The job I used to think I'm gonna get when I get to Joburg, you know, I didn't get it anyway. Until I realized that I am a mine myself, and there are minerals within me that I can actually live and survive from, you know, which are the talents within me. I am a mine myself, so I don't need to go to any mine and dig any gold because the gold is inside of me.
Igama lami nguXoliswa Ngcobo, ngisuka eKZN. Lana ngafika ngoba ubaba bethola umsebenzi, kwamele ukuthi amuvele ngapha basithatha nathi ngoba besingane kungamelanga sisale soda, samuvela ngapha safundela ngapha. Safika kanjalo ngapha la eVonelkop. Iphupho lami ukuba i-makeup artist nokuthi ngishade. I-makeup bengiyithanda kusukela ngimncane. Ngithanda ukuganga ngezinto zoma no-anti bami, ngithatha amarujabo ngwagcoba izinja, ngiphinde ngigcobe nakimi. Kade nje ngithanda i-makeup. Kuthe mekuhamba ngile ngizama nakwabanye abantu. So nje ngiyayithanda i-makeup. Ngimisela ngokuthi ngiyifundele. In 5 years time ngizibona ngine company yami enkulu e-makeup, nginabasebenzi abazobe bengisebenzela, sekuyimi ophethe. Into engifisa ukuyibona yenzeka kwe-community yaseVonelkop, ngathi kungaba nama-opportunity emisebenzi. Imisebenzi ayikho. Nomphakathi futhi ukwazi ukulwisana nalaba ababhemayo inyawo estradini, ngoba ngiyayibona ngathi isigcwele kakhulu futhi especially kumantombazane amancane.
Igama lami linguMbali Mhlekude, ndisuka eVonelkop, ndisuka e-Eastern Cape eMthatha, eMvezo. Ukuthi manibe lapha ndize because utatam ebehlala kwicala nomama besebenza kwelicala. Iphupho lami benifisa ukuthi ndibe yi-IT, but ithuba le-IT angilifumananga, kodwa bengifisa ukuba i-media department so that ngikwazi ukuthi ngisebenzisane ne-community yami, because abantu abaninzi e-community zikhona izinto abazenzayo but bengafikeleli ukuthi bekhona abantu abazithumela somewhere somehow. So benifisa ukuthi nami ngingaba ngomnye wabo abancedisayo.
Igama lami ndinguSive Dumani. Ndisuka Eastern Cape apho ndizalwe khona, ndizalwe edorophini ebizwa uMthatha. Iphupho lam ya ngumculo. Ndiyawuthanda kakhulu umculo. Ndinamaphupho endibona ndithi sendilele ndicinge umculo. Ndiyawuthanda umculo mana ngitsho. Ndiyawuthanda umculo.
Ke nna Regina Ramokoka. Ke nna ko Vonorkopo mara ke tsholetswe ko Bretse ko Ukasi. Ebe ke re fuduga ko hae re fudugela Eastern Cape ka ge batswadi ba tswa Eastern Cape. So ge re ntse ka kwa ba buta ka thomo lwala and le papa ntse le ka fa ke ra bereka mo di mining. So ke ge re boela hape Bretse. So ke thomile sekolo ko Odi Primary School ko Ukasi. Ebe ke ya ko Botlhabelo High School gona ko Ukasi. So be ke dropa out ka grade 11. Toro ka bophelo ba ka ke batlo ipona ke le business woman. And then ne ke batlo ipona hape ke le mo di screening ke actor cause tse ding tse ne ke di ratile di padile ka nko tlile ke dingwaga. So ke tsore mo acting a gona dingwaga and then le business woman as long as we ikemiseditse o ka kgona go fitlhella mo batlang go ya mo teng. That is why ke kgonne go boela ko sekolong. Then ka starta from level 3 then ka ya mo level 4 and then ke mo ke passitseng pila ka bona gore gora gore bokamoso bo teng a gona tsetsa gore mogolo o re monyane selo go se batla wa phusha gore bo se fitlhelle. Vonorkopo ke bona e le pleke e pila thata ke lorela gore e ka fetoga cause no yaanong yona e rich but gape e phua cause a gona ditsela a gona everything. So e ka re go ka nna le motho e le gore mo ketapeleng ya rona a ka phusha gore at least ba ire ditsela ba ire dio tse di yalo and then from le bana ba rona ga nka etsa gym ba ka bontsi ba ka fitlha ba tla mo gymming and then nako e ntsi ba e fetsa mo batswa mo di strateng cause no ba kopana le dilo tse di sa nnang pila ka mo ditseleng ka mo.
You know, Bapong is a place where like it's filled up with mines all over. They are just mines, you know. And there's this thing about the youth of Bapong. Most of them, they don't even care about matric. If they went far, you know, they just get the matric certificate. And after that, they just want to run to the mine to go and dig the gold and the platinum that is in the Northwest. And yeah, we managed to realize that, you know, we are the mines. We don't need to run after and look to dig out the mines for other people and make money for them. But actually, we are the mines.
Ge ke nna mine ka bonna ke ra hore ka hore nna ke nka khono dirisa matsogo aka ke ikeletse ke iphidise ka matsogo aka than hore ke ye ka ko mine ka kwa dilo bereka dilo juluka ke tsang ke re ke shebile di batho most are ka checkisisa pile bile from it was 2012 batho ba bantsi teng go mining kwa ba swetse di 12,500 ba lwela gore ba kry 12,500 go Marikana ba lwela yona ntho. So a le nna se dilo tse leng gore ke batlo feta go tsone tseo. Nna ke mine ka bonna ke na le matsogo nga dirisa matsogo ka iphidisa le family yaka. Yeah.
Yona lento yayenzeka lapha nge-strike lesi sika 2012 yona impela kwaba kubi. Yas affecta kakhulu thina siyouth ngoba abasebenzi babebulawela imali yabo and ngeke ngisho kodwa ukuthi abasebenzi because abazali bethu uyabona salahlekelwa kakhulu ngaso lesa strike lesiyana and baningi futhi umndeni elahlekelwe yiso ayiba abantu bakubo uyabona because kwakuhlala ekhalwa futhi ngazo lezi insuku ukuthi ubani useyiphi because nami ngiaffectile ngoba kuyo yonke le yanto leyana nobaba omncane bawabulawelwa khona le ebulalelwana imali yakhe. Iphupho lami ngendawo le ngisuka kuyona like ngiyayibona because vele imali kule ndawo bayasha abaningi bathi imali ayikho. Umsebenzi awukho. Umsebenzi lapha ukhona futhi mningi umsebenzi. Cha inkinga yakhona uthengwa ngemali ngoba bathi isegoli la ayikho into yamahala. So thina sazi ukuthi umsebenzi uyathengwa ukuze usebenze. And ngiyafisa ngathi nayo le ndawo ingathola umuntu ozoyinaka ayakhele izindlu azifakele nogesi lapha ngaphandle then ke afake nomgwaqo because njengoba kungena gesi kunjiya kuningi okwenzeke ebumnyameni kuningi okwenzeke ebumnyameni akukho lula nje noma uthi uyesitolo kumele uye esitolo ubhekile and uye ngesikhathi esitolo.
I believe in empowerment through knowledge. Like, I believe that if you want to achieve something, like, you have to first gather the knowledge to do it. And if you have the knowledge, then you can know how to work towards that. Like, because I've realized that everything that we want is surrounding us all the time. It's just that we don't know how to get it. So this year, from last year, I actually funded a laboratory, a community laboratory called Tsogang Laboratory. A name in Tswana that means wake up. Because I feel like people need to wake up.
So, my dream for my community. Community can change it. Because of who knows who the drugs and bana school, school. So, and then as no battle school, Avana Ntevaka yetsa momuting, ban happy still, Avagari merego. So, Nante Nagina Kuvirak. Just legging and Leslie Saga, Kiawaha rehab. Komajagandi 3 dosing you going to Hudir. Kiawaha rehab, Komokoting, Honogumajagani, kitchen, Chekabati, Bagane for free. Then na Kitawana Hori into La Musolaviang. Then after Kenyaga Theatre, whereby Bubu Chabana and Ditoro Tsa Rona, Baga actor, Bagaira music, Baga shooter, Baga the arts. To have a gave a lang hab. Kuri, Kibele, like, I get my gave business, Elinyak, like, Kibule Campania, Photoshop. And everyone on your gang hotel are like Baba Tatwan the photo Momozi. Then bad go Kona, but what has on it for to then Nage the clouds gave a photo on then but it's a happy go comparati.
We can dream singer Tamara Ege because what were event coordinator. What were event coordinator. Because Kibona like the upcoming artists are on even a young artist like a great platform. All more community in Namoyona. Like a happy like what a community etabe like audience like lona etabe like bona kare many people are going through a lot abo so naka we study event for bona ba thabe community etabe ba be sharp ya ke ntwengwe ka tlo achieve yona eo
ubuyisa umphefumulo wami uyangihola ezindleleni zokulunga ngenxa yegama lakho uma ngihamba esigodini sethunzi lokufa angikwesaba okubi ukuba wena unami intonga yakho nodondolo lwakho siyangiduduza
My dream is like to be able to make the things that I need actually independently actually. So that's why I became a scientist. I was always building things, but things I was always limited by resources and stuff. And I realized that to have the resources, you need to get the knowledge of where these resources are and how to get them. And that's what we are working on at the Tsohan laboratory right now. Like, we actually have like a periodic table on the wall, and we've been scratching out like the things that we were able to extract from our community. Actually, like, we have already isolated several elements like independently, like in the community. Like. So that's the kind of science we are doing right now. So the dream was that to be able to like have access to the resources to solve almost all the problems that are within the community. And a lot of things here, they are not really economically productive. If you look at it, like we have a whole community, but there's not a single working farm that's actually producing food. That's owned by people in the community. There is not a mine, a single mine that's owned by someone in the community.
Ubuyisa umphefumulo wami. Uyangihola ezindleleni zokulunga ngenxa yegama lakho. Uma ngihamba esigodini sethunzi lokufa, angikwesaba ukuba wena unami, intonga yakho nodondolo lwakho ziyangiduduza.
What made me realize all these things that I've discovered now is that I used to get some piece jobs, you know, there'll be theater work there and there. And I remember when I was doing my third year, actually, one of my lecturers told me that there's this lady, Hlengiwe Lushaba, looking for a big woman who can play in a show. And I met Hlengiwe and we were doing this show called It's Not Over Until the Fat Lady Sings. And we toured with the show to several countries like Belgium, I remember Switzerland and France. And you know, it was just, we'll go for 1 week and come back and I'll wait for another gig, and you know, so things were just low for me. Until one day when we went to Switzerland, I remember in 2007, when the whole group came back and I was left behind. You know, the way I was so stranded, I felt like time is going and nothing is happening in my life. And I thought to myself, maybe if I can stay back as a foreigner here, maybe I can make it, you know, considering the currency, money and stuff. But it didn't go the way I hoped for as well. I remember my son Teboho was still like 4 years. And yeah, I found myself in a very bad situation where I even, you know, I end up getting into wrong things because I needed money quick. You know, when you are overseas, everybody's talking about that, and they're expecting you'll come back and do miracles. Yeah, it was a terrible situation. But I thank God for that time because I learned a lot, and that's where my life really turned around. And yeah, I got born again for real. You know, when you're stranded. Yeah, so yeah, I came out a very changed someone, and my life was never the same again. And I came home to Bapong. I never wanted anything to do with Johannesburg. And I remember what I did, you know, to the group. I went with Switzerland. That was bad. And yeah, I was so ashamed of myself. And yeah, but then I got over it. So now we know that, you know, it can be cooking, it can be running, it can be playing soccer, it can be acting, you know. That's a mineral that we really need to dig out of ourselves. And then that's when we'll see the hand of God and the blessings that we've been waiting, you know, not even realizing that everything is within us. Everything is here. God has given us everything. But it just took so long for us to realize that. And this is what I would like, not only my community of Bapong, but everyone all over South Africa and all over the world. We need to realize this. You know, life is not about maths and science, but it's about everything that God gave us. So I'm so grateful for this realization of knowing that I am the mine.
Cela undiphe indlebe mntasekhaya ndikuchubele.
Baba siyabonga
Yangena ityani ingaqali.
for the breath of life.
Sibabulela bomthonyama ngokusinika ukukhanya.
Siyabonga
Besithi vuka mzonsundu kukude bhakuba ilanga liyakushiya abanye bayile.
ngesandla sakho esingadinwayo.
Babudede bumnyama kuvele ukukhanya.
Siyabonga simakade.
Ungasayigoyika ngenxa yamandla
Siyabonga.
ukukhanya.
Siyabonga.
Mandikuthembe ndikubonayo ndikholele ekoyiseni.
Siyabonga moyo phakeme.
Yiyo loo nto ndime kule ndawo ndikunika amazwi okomelela.
Siyabonga moyo namandla.
Ndikusindisa kwinxwayelo
Siyabonga simakade.
nembandezelo.
Usezoba khona uNkulunkulu namandla onke sithi bayede.